Alright, just a little bit about the crystal ball. I have seen that we have a few things to discuss about. A few things being the fact that, I pretty much called the fact that we were going to get either NYB or LSY in the next Awakening banner. And lo and behold, next week on the 1st of September, we have Awakening, Na Yubin, and the Operator Sigma banner. Please understand that you guys do not need a summon for Operator Sigma, as we should have her immediately able to purchase in the Operator shop. Other than that, the week after that, 2 weeks from now, we have a new event, Investigation. It's a mini event, but there is a shop. It's for Yinjing Lanchester. She is coming as a banner unit. Other than that, we also have Yang Harim normal banner rerun, and we have the Twins normal banner rerun. Both very, very good units for PvE and PvP. Yinjing is very good for PvP, in my opinion, and she's pretty decent as a striker. Other than that, we also have on the 15th of September, we have the Edith Twins Battle Pass. Now, you could skip her, but she's pretty decent in ranked battles, so I'm gonna buy her anyways. It is 10 free copies. Again, pretty efficient in terms of money spent, because that's 45 fusion cores basically you're using for that one unit for free. So, well, not really for free, but it's battle pass cost, right? So other than that, I do want to go over the units in this update. So let me do this before I forget again. We have Awaken Na Yubin, one of the main antagonists in the story. He is the PvP king in counterside, but you rarely use him. There is 6 costs because he gets banned a lot, as you know. He is pretty much the main defender, as he can dispel and reverse shields and use them against whoever was shielded. And tower units also cry because they get burned when Na Yubin is on the battlefield, and it only takes 25 seconds to bring them down from 100% HP to 0. Still, to balance him out, the deaths pretty much made him stuck in PvE, and he's barely used there. He is, however, used in Shadow Hall, but even then, you could use Yuna or Su Yun to clear it, so he isn't really essential. But in PvP, he's pretty much overpowered to an extent. There are other characters that can perform better than him, or otherwise, but honestly, we don't have those units yet, and when he's unbanned, he's really, really strong. So let's start talking about his abilities. You have some basic AoE damage according to what this says. My bad, I had a brain fart there. So yeah, we have AoE damage on enemies as the basic attack, which makes sense. And then remember, he is a defender and he has a decent amount of reach. So his passive Deteriorating World, when deployed, induces reflux on all of enemies' barriers, canceling them, and inflicts as much damage as their durability. Afterwards, decreases HP by 2% for every enemy, including, or for every enemy tower on the field, by 2% of HP, 4% in Gauntlet, and also launches an AoE attack for every 12 incoming damage, which induces barrier reflux. So it's kind of like Ryan and stuff, right? But on every 12 auto attack, he basically uses his passive again. And these effects are not applied to bosses or ships. And as skill level 5, all enemies units skill haste minus 30% is added to that debuff. So tower units pretty much fucked. Sigma, that's about to release tomorrow, it's pretty much dead. But it is what it is, and when NYB is banned, Sigma comes back into play. You also have your special, which basically does a nice diagonal attack, a very big AoE on the enemies in the front. The damaged targets lose 50% of their attack speed by 8 seconds. At level 5, special skill cooldowns minus 3%. or -3 seconds for every enhanced attack launched. So this is pretty nice. It is able to reach the air units as well. And keep in mind, I believe he is able to attack air units. Pretty sure he's able to. I know he can hit air for a reason. Other than that, though, I mean, I can honestly check, but I'll check real quick. So his ultimate discharges the power of his wings through his pulse blaster, inflicting AoE damage on enemies in the front. The damaged targets also lose 15% attacks for 15 seconds. At level 5, the debuff becomes permanent. NYB. Never mind. He only attacks the ground units, which is fair enough. But I believe it's because his special can potentially, I think, target air. Or even then, again, it's diagonal, so it does hit them by a decent amount. But yeah, Awaken NYB, very, very good for PvP. Is he skippable? He's not, in my opinion, he's not in my top 4 for Awaken units, so technically, yes, he is skippable. But a lot of people have been saving it for him, so enjoy his nice animation when he comes out. Other than that, we also have Operator Sigma that's coming out. Now, Operator Sigma is a very, very strong operator. It's probably one of the best operators in the game. Basically, again, like I said, if you look at my operator guide, you don't need to level these characters up. You can for extra stats, but honestly, you get max skill haste at level 1 already, so you're fine. So, Sigma's skill basically casts a non-cancelable, so it cannot be cancelled by Nayuben, barrier of 6% of max HP around all allies and adds 15% roll advantageous damage for 10 seconds. At level 8, it's 50% roll advantageous damage for 10 seconds. To trigger this skill, you need to use a defender, a striker, and then a ranger. As you can see, the pros, the non-cancelable shield and the roll advantage bonus damage it provides are great combinations that work well with every team. In PvP, soldiers, rush teams, even defensive ones. This combined with easy skill trigger order makes her the best operator for PvP alongside Olivia. But she is super, super dupe hungry. You basically need her at level 8 to make use of the 20% shield, because the 6% one at level 1 basically lasts for 1 hit only. This is the only thing that you would need is the dupes, but again, a lot easier to get than just rolling or fusing your appraisals into levels for the actual level of the operator. But for the skill level, very easy. All you need to do is just buy the operator 8 times whenever she's available on the shop, and you got a nice Sigma that's maxed. Obviously, during those 8 copies, don't level anyone up until you realize who has the AoE damage res. Grab that one and infuse every other Sigma into that one, so you can get the max level. Obviously, other than that, you know, like all the operators are coming. I could go over all of them, but you guys do have access to this sheet, so I don't see a reason to. These are pretty nice SR defend or operators as well. And someone that I definitely highly recommend is Lena. I'm definitely gonna get her up immediately. She's very, very good. Absolutely wonderful. She's pretty much just a pure buffer for PvP. So other than that, who else do we have that I haven't discussed yet? Ah, right. So we have also Yinjing Lanchester. She is a very good PvP unit as well. Again, you don't have to have her. It's a skip if you need to. But she's a very, very nice unit, in my opinion. And she's very flashy. She hits the backline. She hits the backline extremely hard. She is a buff removal character. And she is probably one of the only characters that can yeet into the backline and just kill them. And then come back. Now, if we go over her attacks, she does AoE damage on the frontal area. Her passive increases the evasion by 10% for 8 seconds up to 50%, so 5 stacks. Every 2 basic attacks, she delivers an enhanced attack, randomly removing a non-permanent debuff or a buff on units. At skill level 5, enhanced attacks will always crit. So this is every 2 basic attacks. It's really, really nice. Other than that, she uses her gliding dagger for special. So, like I said, she goes into the backline, and then she goes backwards, inflicting AoE damage. The first attack randomly removes one non-permanent buff as well. And then for Ethereal Sword Dance, her ultimate, 44 seconds, charges at a random... Hold up, I need to check something. Ethereal Sword Dance, 44 seconds, level 5, immunity to all damage for 6 seconds after the skill. So she charges at a target with both of her daggers and inflicts AoE damage on the surrounding enemies. The first attack removes 2 non-permanent buffs as well. So she's a heavy dispeller. I believe this skill also reaches to the backline, I believe. Other than that, although before that, I did want to mention that I forgot to. So he is an HP evasion character. He probably has one of the highest evasions in the game. He definitely has the highest as a tank, a defender. So he has the highest evasion. So that's really nice. He's an evasion tank. So HP evasion for not even. And I believe for Yinjing Lanchester is pretty much CDR, right? CDR, and if not, the budget CDR. CDR, attack, and if you really need to, just budget Spectral Spirit. But yeah, again, she is pretty much a CDR user. Other than that, we have Edith Twins right here, Tower for Kasuna. She's very much not worth, as she can activate as a sniper. She also kind of kills herself as a tower unit, which is interesting. While she's not that popular in normal PvP or in PvE at all, she's used in draft mode a lot, simply because she's very interesting in the sense that she can switch up her stances in a sense where you can get more attack or more defense. So when you're deployed, her skills are sealed and attack is permanently decreased by 30%, and where HP drops to 70% or below, she inflicts AoE damage as she rises into the air, unlocking her skills and replacing her attack reduction with defense reduction. Permanently decreases her HP by 1% per second in all modes. At level 5, passive is activated at 80% instead, and she gives herself a barrier equal to 20% of max HP upon transformation. And it's basically just a machine gunner, and then she turns into, I think, a sniper, I believe. I'm not sure. I forgot. She acts as a sniper, but she's still a tower unit. So, no role advantages or anything like that. Her special fires small missiles, AoE damage, and they lose 50% defense, which is nice. And for her ult, she signals a satellite and fires a massive laser beam from the sky, inflicting AoE damage on and around the target. First transformation fills this skill cooldown by 50%. Laser beam duration 50% as well at max level. So she's a very, very interesting unit in the sense where she's pretty much only used in draft mode, but she is a battle pass character, so thank god you're not really using much deployment contracts for her. And I can see the use for her in ranked PvP or draft mode PvP, where she's pretty much viable as a staller in a sense, and the units are kind of cut-butted to an extent, so they can't rush you per se, but they also can. She's a very interesting character. Is that a skip? You could. She's not extremely important, so. Other than that, her thing CDR as well. I can see why. She's pretty much just a ultimate character. You just keep ulting with her. She's pretty much not really used as a tank, as she loses her defense, so she can't be a tank. But at the same time, you want to get her ult off as much as possible. So that's another CDR user. I did get some confirmation. Her ulti, yeah, Yinjing Lanchester's ulti. Yinjing basically stabs the shit out of the front line and the back line. So her range is really, really high on her ulti. So she stays where she is, but it has enough range to hit the back line. So Yinjing is very, 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 very good for PvP. Other than that, we have a few other things, right? That's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's what the crystal ball has for you guys the next 3 weeks. So I'll see you guys later in the summon video. And goddamn, I am broke. I am very, very broke.